That's true. That right. She slipping one way and yeah, I swear it get her wild.
What's up, Supreme Gang? We're back on a YouTube video, and today we're gonna be reacting to top 5 creepy children's drawings. Creepy children's drawings. Okay, let's see how this goes. And if my hand there. Oh, squishes. Okay, let's go.
Hello and welcome to All Top 5s. It's a short and sweet one this week, but no less disturbing. Young children are often...
What the heck is that, a heart? And then a heart on the ground?
the center point of horror movies for their apparent ability to see or imagine things that aren't actually there.
So this is real. Kids actually do this and then they see it and they draw it. Because they don't know it's bad. Obviously, just kidding.
And when they showcase this by writing stories or drawing pictures, the rest of
what the? That's the Exorcist stuff.
us can
well,
see.
They see it in their house. If my kid, well, I'm not having kids, but if they ever have kids and they draw stuff like that, I'm gonna gather out because I know my kids saw that. I'm like, bye, ghost.
These seemingly innocent pieces of work are sinister and disturbing. Here are 5 of the creepiest that I can find.
Oh, that's
Number 5, The Taking Boy. This one might be a fake.
Wait, fake. Mommy, how do you know it's fake? The Talking Boy. Oh, The Taking Boy. I thought it was Talking Boy.
I'll just get that out of the way straight away. In fact, all of these might be fakes. We have no real way of knowing, but let's assume for the sake of this video that they are real, and that they were all in fact drawn by children. And what a way to begin the list. A seemingly normal family portrait scrawled by a young child, Julian in this case, has an unwelcome guest.
Here's my question. Why would they just make it out of nowhere? I don't know about your kids. They don't have that imagination.
The Taking Boy.
Like, let me make a creepy monster so my mom can be like, what's this? Like, no, your mom don't know that. I mean, you don't know that. Like, you're only a little kid.
Now, playing devil's advocate again, this could be a misspelling of The Talking Boy, but either way, I think it's fairly creepy. If it's The Taking Boy, there's a level of story here that implies something sinister. What does he take? Could he take objects away from the family? Or is he a threat to Julian himself, his ultimate goal to take him away from this world? If it's The Talking Boy, the fact that he's fleshed out and not just a stick person like the other 3, along with his monotone black shadowy colouring, make his talking even scarier.
How? Because he's not a stick figure that he's like a ghost. You know how people sometimes see like, but it's like he look different, so it make his talking even scarier. Because that makes no sense. Get this. So you look different, so your talking is different.
He's also drawn at an angle to the other 3, as if he's just staring from the sidelines, unbeknownst to the happy family, or the parents at least. This would definitely be right at home in a horror movie, no doubt. Number 4, Jack and the Leprechaun. This picture shows more about the child and his intent, but still leaves some quite disturbing questions unanswered. It would seem that Jack McGovern was asked at school to write and draw what he would do if he caught a leprechaun. It's the sort of thing young kids are asked to do all the time, engaging...
He said you would kill it! What kind of mentality is that? Put your face in him. What kind of mentality is that?
Their creativity, drawing skills, thinking about what they do with wishes, etc. In this case, Jack has chillingly informed us that he would kill the leprechaun, despite the smile on its face and on his own. Children say this sort of thing all the time, especially these days, what with movies and games focusing so much on killing, but it's the way that Jack's drawn it that bothers me. I see Jack on the left holding a big orange net, or something with which he's caught the leprechaun, the green character in the centre. However, the really odd thing is the red person on the right, drawn differently from the other 2 stick figures, and either shooting the leprechaun, or extending some long instrument with which to kill him.
His hand!
Is this figure
slender man but red? That's cute.
Simply a manifestation of Jack's rage and primal killing desire? Or is it something that Jack has summoned or befriended, doing his bloodthirsty bidding? Yeah, perhaps I'm reading into it a little bit too much, but there has to be some reason Jack didn't just draw himself killing the leprechaun. What do you think? Number 3. Imaginary friend.
I have imaginary friend for you. Have you had imaginary friend? No. Well, not really. Just I be thinking that I have one, but not really. Like I was in kindergarten, but I was in school, but I was really small, and I was like, I got imaginary friend, and then they for real, but they're small, so this man know what.
One theme with young children is the
What the heck? What the heck-o? First of all, what kind of eye is that? You got freaking 5 eyelashes to go around your eyes? Like, maybe new chin. That's funny.
imaginary friend. Again, I look to horror movies and stories where a child has a friend that the parents can't see, and it often...
Yeah, but she got how much? She got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in the big account. Kidding, you ain't making sense. 12 in the big. She got like 12 arms. Is she like a centipede / human? The human centipede.
turns out to be a spirit or a ghost. Here, I'm not
no ghost.
quite sure what this imaginary friend actually is. The child on the left is allegedly the girl who drew the picture, a stick figure with a big smile on her face. Nothing wrong there. But the person on the right has so much wrong with it that it doesn't sit well with me. We can ignore those scary eyes because it's clearly the girl's attempt at eyelashes. You'll notice
Some long eyelashes, she could be
that she's done the same for herself. But her friend seems to have 10 arms and 4 legs, so unless they're strange wavy stink lines that children often draw, and these don't look wavy enough, this creature can't...
One, 2, 3, 4, 5... Wait, 1, 2, 3,
just that kind of be human with so many limbs. As for the mouth and nose, I see there being a small nose high up on the face, with 2 dark smeared lips and a gaping hole for a mouth. It could be representing something different, seeing as the girl herself doesn't have a nose drawn, but I dread to think what, and that's what scares me. The final thing to note is that the imaginary friend's head is mostly off the rest of her body, with a clear section of missing flesh.
Maybe by accident. I know, he's not artist. Got to a little detail and be like, and look, because it's like, how come they said something about the neck, but they didn't say anything about the creepy eyeballs and the creepy eyelashes? And
that makes you wonder what could have happened to her and why she shows herself as such. And to think that's what the girl who drew this truly believes is real, and it's an accurate depiction of that creature. Oh, that's enough to scare anyone. Number 2. No, I don't know what to call this one. Just look at it for yourself. What on earth would you call it? When I first saw this picture, I thought the boy was lying on the floor dead with some strange grinning beast looking at his handiwork. But after looking at it for longer, I'm not so sure what's going on. And that's the frightening part.
Do you know what's going on? No.
The first thing to decide is what the creature actually is. Some people say it looks like a mouse, and others think it's more like Muttley the dog, or the grinning Cheshire cat. Is it holding its hands to its mouth to emphasise its grin, or is it eating parts of the child lying beneath it? Come to think of it, that pink colour dotted and smeared around the picture could be an attempt at blood. The child himself is upside down, but smiling despite this creature and being covered in potential blood. That would suggest he's not actually in danger and is okay with the situation, but then why is the creature...
Like, if you think hard enough, where did they come? Like, where did this come from? Like, did it happen to them and after they're drawing it? Duh. Probably. What the? Or their imagination. Or dreams. Oh yeah, true. That explains.
So close to him. Or could they be conjoined? The creature's body coming out at the end of the boy's leg? What doesn't seem to have an explanation at all is that extraneous line coming off the boy. Now, I'm not going to suggest that it's an erection.
There we go. Stop. Don't say anything about the dot there, too. Wait.
Because I don't...
Wait.
Believe a child would draw that, but that begs the question as to what it could possibly be and why it's there. All in all, this one's at number 2 because it poses far too many disturbing questions that perhaps only the child who drew it can possibly answer.
True it.
Number 1. Lisa. Another imaginary friend, but taken to a horrific new level. The little girl who drew the picture and wrote the caption is shown on the left in a colourful outdoor scene. Next to her is the much taller and absolutely terrifying imaginary friend, whom the girl calls Lisa. Oh, I'm not really sure where to start talking about how wrong this figure feels. She seems much older than the girl. I get the impression that Lisa has white hair and is an adult, as she's a lot taller.
How she got white hair? She got like 2 strands of hair. I know, right? And they're black.
Normally children's imaginary friends are other children, but not here. That might lend itself to the "it's a ghost" theory.
It's a ghost. It's a knife. It's a ghost.
Wearing a long white garment with long sleeves, and this clothing is covered with blood in so many places. It's most noticeable at the bottom of the fabric, where a large pool of the red stain is dripping to the floor. Lisa's right sleeve is similarly blood-stained, as is her upper chest, where there almost looks like there could be an incision, begging yet more disturbing questions. The bit that makes this truly scary, for me at least, is the face. Those black, misshapen forms in amongst a mass of red are supposed to be the eyes, or indeed...
If I was that kid, I'd be scared of myself. Shoot, me drawing those things.
Eyeless sockets, surrounded by blood. Her mouth is a raw, gaping O shape, again outlined and intermingled with blood and gore. Finally, there's a strange use of untidy, jagged orange crayon across the canvas in a picture that is otherwise fairly orderly and neat. It almost forms horns for Lisa, and its shapeless scrawl extends above the tree and across the girl's face. It's most concentrated, however, on the floor between Lisa and the girl, and it looks like Lisa is holding onto a thread of it.
So you said Lisa.
Controlling its actions in a semi-chaotic fashion. Perhaps the worst of it is this is only one of several pictures of Lisa and the child. The girl talks about different adventures or day-to-day occurrences that she has with Lisa. And each and every one of them makes for some really chilling thoughts. And that's it from all top 5s for this week. Do you have a...
Thank you guys for watching the video. That was kind of scary. You like it? Me too. Anyways, subscribe to my future channel. La Profeta is rap, you know, reggaeton, you should say like. Oh yeah, and like the video, just like it, you know, just press the button, like, cause like guys, just press it. Like, just like you press your phone buttons to go on your phone, just press the like button. It's regular. Just splash with this, go into your finger break. So thank you, have a nice day, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Yeah.